Hello everyone, Paleo Nerd here with another natural history update. For anyone unfamiliar, it has been a while, these videos serve as extensions of my natural history series and involve me going over newly described species in taxonomic groups that I have already covered in natural history. Rather than making that entire video over again, I just make a short video covering the new taxa and go over any major implications said taxa have on the relationships within their respective taxonomic groups. If you wish to learn more about the groups I'm updating in this video, be sure to watch my videos on Tyrannosauridae, Allosaurus, Ceratosauria, and Dromaeosauridae. First and foremost is an update to Tyrannosauridae with a new genus and species of Tyrannosaurine from the Foremost Formation in Alberta. Thanatotheristes degrootorum, or the degroots reaper of death, lived during the early Campanian of the late Cretaceous, about 80 to 77 million years ago. The generic name is derived from Thanatos, the Greek personification of death, while the specific name honors John and Sandra de Groot, who discovered the type specimen. While still a decently large theropod, Thanatotheristes seems to be one of the smaller tyrannosaurines known so far, estimated at a length of about 8 meters or 26 feet long and weighing around 2 tons. However, these estimates are based on a subadult individual, so adults would have been slightly bigger. As the only tyrannosaurid known from the Foremost Formation so far, it was likely the top predator, and coexisted with the ceratopsian Xenoceratops, the Pachycephalosaur Calypyocephali, and indeterminate dromaeosaurs and troodontids. Thanatotheristes is currently believed to be a close relative to Daspletosaurus, with which it forms the newly named tribe Daspletosaurinae within Tyrannosaurinae. Thus, the paper concluded that Tyrannosaurinae may have consisted of several distinct clades, as in addition to Daspletosaurinae, the paper proposed the tribe Tyrannosaurinae, which includes Tyrannosaurus zhuchang-tyrannus and Tarbosaurus, as well as a third unnamed clade consisting of Teratophonius, Lithorax, and Dineobellator, which I will call Teratophoninae for now until it gets a proper name. Of course, it is possible that this could change in the future, and some have raised the possibility that this animal is actually a species of Daspletosaurus, but for now I'm listing it as a separate genus. The second update is a new species added to a pre-existing genus. While it had been known about for a while now, Allosaurus jimmadseni, or Jim Madsen's different lizard, has finally been officially described as of January of 2020. The specific name honors the late James Madsen Jr. for his contributions to our knowledge of Allosaurus through his work excavating, preparing, and curating thousands of Allosaurus fossils from the Cleveland Lloyd Quarry of the Morrison Formation. It is known from the saltwash member of the Morrison Formation in Utah, Wyoming, and South Dakota, and lived during the Cambrian of the late Jurassic, about 157 to 152 million years ago, making it the chronologically oldest known species of Allosaurus. It is currently known from 3 specimens, the holotype used in the paper describing it, as well as the famous Big Al and Big Al 2 specimens, which before the description of the species had been considered Allosaurus fragilis. The paper also proposes that only 3 species of Allosaurus are valid, Jimmadseni, fragilis, and europaeus, with other species likely being either synonyms of fragilis or Allosaurus species indeterminate. The third addition in this video is to the Natural History of Ceratosauria Part 1, with the first confirmed elaphrosaurian from the Cretaceous period, as previously elaphrosaurians were only conclusively known from the mid to late Jurassic. Meet Huinculsaurus montesi, or Montes Huincul lizard, which both refers to the Huincul formation it is known from and honors the late Eduardo Montes, who helped prepare the holotype specimen. This animal is only known from some vertebrae, but these remains were considered distinct enough from other theropods to warrant its own genus and species. As stated before, this animal is known from the Huincul Formation, which dates from the Cenomanian to the Turonian of the late Cretaceous, about 97 to 93 million years ago, making it a contemporary of Malpusaurus and Argentinosaurus. The phylogenetic analysis in the paper describing this animal places it in Elaphrosaurinae within Ceratosauria, specifically as a sister taxon to Elaphrosaurus. While no precise estimates are available, Huinculsaurus is believed to be a pretty small animal, around the size of Lemusaurus. This has led to some people suggesting that Huinculsaurus is actually just a juvenile of Gualicho shinye, a mysterious theropod from Huincul whose classification ranges from Elaphrosaurine to Dineobellator to Allosaurus to whatever Megaraptorans are. This isn't helped by the fact that Gualicho isn't included in the phylogenetic analysis of the paper or even really mentioned at all, so no published material currently exists that prove the two are distinct. Since the main distinguishing feature proposed for Huinculsaurus, the pneumatic fossae, have high levels of variation and are possibly ontogenetic. As of right now, I am leaning towards Huinculsaurus being a junior synonym of Gualicho, which could serve as a step towards finally figuring out what the fuck Gualicho is. For now, though, I will be listing Huinculsaurus as a distinct taxon until it is officially synonymized with Gualicho. The fourth and final update is to Dromaeosauridae Part 2 with a new genus and species of North American velociraptorine, Dineobellator notohesperus, or southwestern Navajo warrior. The generic name is derived from Dine, the Navajo word for the people of the Navajo Nation, and the Latin suffix bellator, meaning warrior, while its specific name refers to the American Southwest where it was found. Specifically, Dineobellator is known from the Maastrichtian age Nashoibido member of the Ojo Alamo Formation in New Mexico, and lived around 70 to 66 million years ago alongside Allosaurus, Ojoceratops, Glyptodon dipelta, and an unnamed tyrannosaur, which is very likely either a southwestern species of Tyrannosaurus or T-Rex itself. The holotype specimen includes vertebrae, a rib, skull and jaw fragments, claws, and arm and leg bones, which were first recovered in 2008 by Robert Sullivan, Stephen Jasinski, and James Nikas. More material was recovered in 2009 and more in 2015 and 2016, but these remains would not be named and described as a new genus and species until March 26, 2020, when a paper by Jasinski, Sullivan, and Peter Dodson was published on Nature.com. This paper gave an estimated measurement of the animal at 2.5 to 3 meters, or 8 to 10 feet in length, and a weight of 25 to 40 kilograms, or 55 to 88 pounds, making it slightly smaller than Deinonychus. In terms of the time period, Dineobellator would have been considered a contemporary of the Dromaeosaurs Acroraptor and Dakotaraptor, which lived further north, being bigger than Acroraptor but dwarfed by Dakotaraptor. Speaking of other dromaeosaurs, the phylogenetic analysis of Dineobellator places it in the subfamily Velociraptorinae, making it the third North American dromaeosaur placed in the group after Acroraptor and Boreonychus. However, the analysis places Dineobellator closer to Asian velociraptorines like Sagon, Elaphrosaur, and Velociraptor than to Acroraptor, suggesting that velociraptorines may have entered North America in separate waves. Other interesting finds in the phylogenetic analysis include Boreonychus being placed in Dromaeosaurinae in a polytomy with Dromaeosaurus in an unnamed taxon, and Allosaurus being included in the same clade as Utahraptor and Huinculsaurus, which in this paper is placed outside Dromaeosaurinae. Of course, it is likely that these relationships will be further changed and updated as time goes on, since the exact relationships between Dromaeosauria tend to be rather fluid, so be on the lookout for the next update. That's all for today's update. I'm sure another species will be described within a day of this video's release, which will warrant another update later on, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Up next will be the scientific analysis of Monsters Resurrected, starting with the first episode, Terror Bird, and following that will be the natural history of Forest Rockoidea. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this, and this is Paleo Nerd signing out.